Hello, my dear friends. I am Dr. Evelyn. Before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then exhale very slowly. Because I want you to feel life, right in this very moment. Every morning when we open our eyes, it is a gift. But often we forget just how fragile that gift is. Throughout more than 35 years of working with patients over the age of 50, I have witnessed many mornings that did not start as expected. A husband who never woke up again. A grandmother who was laughing the night before but couldn't lift her arm the next morning. And every time I thought, if only this could have been prevented sooner. A stroke is not just a disease, it is a thief. It steals speech, memory, the ability to self-care, and sometimes an entire lifetime. But there is one thing almost everyone forgets. 80% of strokes are completely preventable. Not by expensive medications, but by small, regular actions every single morning. Today I want to share with you 9 morning habits that can protect your brain and your heart. Simple, easy things that could potentially save your life or the life of a loved one. Please spend a few minutes listening with me, because these minutes could change your whole life. 1. The first sip of life. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Grab your phone? Check the news? Make coffee? However, the one thing your body truly needs is water. When we sleep, we lose water through breathing and sweating. By morning, the blood is thicker, circulation is slower, and the heart has to work harder. It is at that very moment that small blood clots can form, and sometimes they travel straight to the brain. Just one small change. Drink a glass of water right when you wake up. No coffee, no phone, just water. Set a glass ready on your nightstand and drink it as soon as you open your eyes. Just 200 to 300 milliliters, 7 to 10 ounces of water is enough to help your heart, vessels, and brain wake up gently. A sip of water. Sometimes it is the very thank you your body needs. 2. Awaken the body with gentleness. You would never start a car on a cold day and immediately floor the gas pedal, would you? Your body is the same. After a long night, blood flow is slow, joints are stiff, and the heart is still adjusting its rhythm. If you jump up too quickly, your blood pressure spikes and the body experiences sudden shock. I once had a patient named Raymond, 72 years old. He often felt dizzy in the morning, even though his checkup results were perfectly normal. I asked, "What do you do right after waking up?" He said, "I jump up immediately to make coffee." I just smiled and said, "Tomorrow, just sit for 1 minute. Breathe, stretch, then stand up." 2 weeks later, he returned, saying he was no longer dizzy. He laughed. "Perhaps I was just moving faster than my own blood." Give your body a minute to catch up with your spirit. Reach your arms up high. Gently rotate your neck. Stretch your shoulders. Take a few deep breaths. Just 2 to 5 minutes is enough to make your whole day feel much gentler. 3. Breakfast. Nourishment or ruin. We grew up with slices of white bread, sweet jam, bacon, and canned orange juice. Delicious, fast, convenient. But for the heart and blood vessels, that is a sugar bomb. Breakfast dictates how your blood and brain will function for hours afterward. Sugar, white flour, and bad fats cause blood sugar to spike suddenly, leading to vascular inflammation and arterial stiffness. Imagine a different breakfast. A warm bowl of oatmeal, a few slices of banana, some walnuts, drizzled with a little olive oil, or eggs with avocado and whole grain toast. or plain yogurt with fresh fruit. That is the breakfast that makes your blood vessels smile. Large studies show that whole grains, fiber, and good fats help reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. Ask yourself every morning, is this just making me full, or is it making me healthy? 4. Check your blood pressure before checking your email. High blood pressure is the silent killer. It causes no pain, gives no warning, but silently erodes your blood vessels every day. Most strokes occur between 6 and 10 a.m. when the stress hormone, cortisol, peaks. That is why you should measure your blood pressure first thing in the morning, before coffee, before medication. Sit still for 5 minutes. Measure with an electronic arm cuff device and record the result. If the reading is consistently above 130/80 millimeters of mercury, please see a doctor. If it is above 140/90, do not hesitate. You cannot know if your house's water pipe is about to burst without checking the pressure. Your body is the same. 1 minute of checking can save millions of brain cells. 5. 2 minutes of silence before the world begins. The world wakes up with noise. Phone notifications, news headlines, bills, work. And if you don't control it, you will carry all that stress into your bloodstream. Stress is not just an emotion, it is a chemical reaction. Every time you worry, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. Over time, they cause inflammation, raise blood pressure, and destroy blood vessels. Therefore, every morning, sit still for 2 minutes. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 2 seconds. Exhale for 6 seconds. If your mind wanders somewhere, gently pull it back to your breath. That is not meditation. That is your way of telling your body, it's okay. Everything is peaceful. Just 2 minutes every morning, but it can be a precious medicine for the entire day. 6. The tiny thread, the great power. It might sound strange, but flossing can save your brain. When your gums are inflamed, bacteria from your mouth enter the bloodstream, damaging the inner lining of the blood vessels. Over time, this leads to plaque formation and blood clots. A major study showed that people who floss daily reduce their stroke risk by up to 44%. I remember a patient named Linda, 68 years old. Her older sister had a severe stroke at age 59. Since then, Linda told me, "Doctor, I floss for both my sister and myself." 10 years later, she remains healthy and sharp. Every morning, she smiles and says, "This thread doesn't just clean my teeth, it cleans my blood vessels too." Just 2 minutes, but it is an invisible protective barrier for your heart and brain. 7. Don't let the chair become a silent killer. There is a saying, sitting too much is the new smoking. And sadly, it's true. Even if you exercise for 1 hour, but then sit for 10 hours, the benefit is lost. When sitting for a long time, blood pools in the legs, metabolism slows down, and blood vessels become stiffer. Every morning, plan for micro movements. Every 45 to 60 minutes, stand up, take a few steps, stretch, pour more water. 2 minutes is enough. Your body doesn't need you to be young. It just needs you to move. 8. Sleep. The habit that starts the night before. A good morning begins with a good night. When you don't get enough sleep, blood pressure doesn't drop, and blood vessels don't get a rest. The next morning, your body is stressed before the day even begins. According to the Mayo Clinic, sleeping less than 6 hours per night increases the risk of stroke by 4 times. Therefore, Treat sleep as a natural supplement. Turn off your phone before bed. Keep the room dark and quiet, and aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. When you sleep, the brain cleanses toxins and repairs blood vessels. Don't view sleep as a luxury. It is how you heal. 9. The 10-second morning check. Every morning, when looking in the mirror, dedicate 10 seconds to 3 things. Smile. Raise both arms. Say a simple sentence, "Good morning." If the smile is uneven, the arm is weak, or the speech is slurred, call emergency services immediately. Because in a stroke, time is brain. Every minute that passes, nearly 2 million nerve cells are lost. Those who arrive at the hospital early often recover fully. Those who wait sometimes never speak again. 10 seconds every morning can save your entire future. After more than 30 years in practice, I realized a simple truth. Most people don't get sick because they don't know. They get sick because they don't do. But doing doesn't mean making major changes. It only requires drinking water before coffee, stretching before the phone, breathing before worrying, flossing before forgetting yourself. Every small action is a declaration of love for your body, and your body will remember every little bit. Tomorrow morning, when the sunlight touches your pillow, remember my words. Dedicate 2 minutes to your brain. Those 2 minutes can add many years to your life. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone you love, your spouse, parents, neighbors. Because stroke prevention is not just medicine. It is love expressed through action. I am Dr. Evelyn from the heart of America. Take care of your mornings, because they will take care of you. Keep your mind peaceful, keep your heart healthy, and hold on to life.